Choosing a chimney cap can be an overwhelming task, but fortunately determining what size chimney cap you need isn't as difficult as it seems. Grab a tape measure, a pencil and paper, and a ladder. You will need to get up on your roof to physically inspect and measure your chimney. I'm Melissa from Northline Express, and in this video I'll be showing you how to determine which type flue you have and which measurements you need to take before you can choose a chimney cap. Let's start with talking about a single flue chimney with an extended flue. This is going to be the most common chimney style. It also is going to be the easiest cap to measure for. You're simply going to measure the width and the length of your extended flue and make sure that you're measuring the outer diameter of your extended flue. Single flue caps often mount with pressure screws and a flue size range that it will mount to. For example, an 8-inch by 8-inch cap will mate to flues from 6.5 inches to 8.5 inches in both widths and lengths. Now if you've got a single flue chimney but your extended flue on the top is going to be an oval or round flue, you will need to use a top mount style cap. So if your flue is oval or round, make sure that you're measuring the total crown width and length and the width of the area surrounding the flue as well as the height of the flue if it's extended. Now if you've got a chimney that's a single flue chimney but the top of your flue doesn't extend out enough for a top mount cap or it's flush with the crown, you'll want to use a flue mounted cap. You'll just use a chimney cap leg kit that's going to allow it to be held in place from the inside of the flue. Now if you do live in a very windy condition, I recommend using a top mount bracket that's going to allow it to directly attach to the crown of your chimney rather than fitting inside. It'll be a much sturdier connection. Now when you're measuring for this, again, outer width and length of your flue and you'll have the measurements that you need. And finally, the last style chimney you may have would be a multi-flue chimney. And if you've got a multi-flue chimney, this is always going to require a top-mounted chimney regardless of whether their flues are extended or not. The measurements that you'll need for this kind of chimney are the total crown width and length, the length of the area surrounding the flue as well as the width, and the height of the tallest flue sticking out. That is to make sure that it's at least 5 inches taller than your tallest flue as not to interrupt the draft of your chimney. Multi-flue caps can be sized to fit just around the flues or to cover your entire chimney crown. You can save on the cap's cost by sizing it to the minimum amount needed to cover just the flue, especially if you're going to be choosing an expensive material like copper. But for the best looking cap and the added protection of covering your entire chimney crown, most people do choose a full-size cap. I hope you found this information helpful. If you've got questions about measuring for a chimney cap or you need assistance choosing a chimney cap, please give our experts a call at 866-667-8454. They're always happy to help.